rounds of lightweight MMA. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, training out of Tewa Striking and Amanat Fight Club. Representing Russia, Mansur Gitinov. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, training out of Muay Thai J-Base. Representing Brazil, Jean Carlos Pereira.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're going to keep it clean. Touch gloves, let's do it.
Guardian in the ring for this one, Mr. Herb Dean.
Judge, and time.
One Friday Fights. This is a global platform in search of the next global superstar. These two debutants square off lightweight mixed martial arts action.
You can see Pereira with that long frame, utilizing a great strike right off the bat, the jab from long distance control range. But Gitinov moving in with the overhand right.
Big looping overhand right there from Gitinov, and again following up with a combo. Nice aggression there from Gitinov, trying to establish dominance early in this first round, Brian.
Pereira with a bit of a bladed stance makes him vulnerable to that calf kick, which Gitinov is now utilizing. Great tactics. I like the way that he gets inside and continues to follow up with combinations. Pereira looking to establish some range with that jab. Needs to be careful, though, of these spinning attacks from Gitinov. And that calf kick again.
And there was that spinning back fist that Gitinov was talking about. And again, oh, double spin this time. Pereira seems to understand the timing on that. Gets caught with a body kick there. Getting backed up in the corner. Nice hands from Gitinov. If he catches the kick from Pereira, seems to be just one step ahead so far, Brian.
Gitinov starting with a fast pace, not really hanging in one stance for very long. Switching stances to pursue and to escape from the taller fighter Pereira. It's a great way to close the distance. However, it does leave you vulnerable, especially in that moment when you're making the switch. A straight shot down the pipe, like a jab or a cross from Pereira, could be a great shot to catch Gitinov as he moves in.
Gitinov persistent with the low calf kick. Nice combination there from Pereira. Gitinov just putting the pressure on Pereira here, trying to keep him on the back foot, again with the low calf kick. A nice combination there by Pereira, closing the distance. Big right hand and the left to follow up from Gitinov as he has Pereira staggering for a second. Comes in for the clinch. Gitinov has the underhook. Goes in for the Ochigari. Nice major outer reap there to put Pereira on his back, but Pereira is experienced in Jiu-Jitsu. He is comfortable off his back in fighting from there, but that was a beautiful takedown, Ochigari, from Gitinov.
Achilles, smart tactics here from Gitinov, getting inside with his shots, but not just trading with his hands, where Pereira is also so strong. Dangerous elbows as well does Pereira have. Gitinov transitioning to the takedown, getting this top position where he's got such dominant ground and pound and also great submissions off of the top.
Pereira now just opening the close guard, trying to get the knee shield, trying to get some space, but now back to the close guard again because of the forward pressure from Gitinov. As he likes that position, he's able to rain down some ground and pound there. Tosses the legs to the side, trying to pass the guard of Pereira is Gitinov. He's got to be careful here because Pereira is very good off of his back at throwing up submissions. So far, that does not seem to bother Gitinov at all as he progresses with head control, trying to inflict damage on Pereira.
Gitinov doing a great job of using his strikes, staying busy with the strategy of passing the guard. Pereira looking to get the guard back. Gitinov just driving him into the corner, grabbing the wrist, not allowing him to create a base to posture up.
Stop. Time.
Yeah, big elbow there in the corner from Gitinov. Referee wants a reposition. This might give Pereira a better chance of creating some distance so that he could possibly stand up. Oh, he throws a triangle up, but Gitinov catches the timing, tries to pass. Flexible guard so far from Pereira, not allowing Gitinov to pass as he throws up another triangle submission attempt, and he closes it this time. Beautifully closed for Pereira as he locks in the triangle. Now he attempts the armbar from that position. Pain on the face of Gitinov as Pereira has it locked in with the Sangaku Jime from the close guard. He set it up. Beautiful thing. Switches to the armbar now as Gitinov escapes. Oh, what a beautiful grappling transition. And again, Pereira back into the triangle. If he can get the right angle, he might be able to pop the arm of Gitinov. But right now, it is all Pereira on the ground as there's 15 seconds left. Elbows, striking. If he wants to finish this match now, he's got to do it now. Belly down with the armbar. Gitinov knows what he's doing there on the ground, able to defend. Oh, that was all action to the bell, Brian. Submission after submission. Oh. It did look like the bell had went there. Pereira seems to think that there was some kind of tap. But we're going to have to see what the officials say on this one, Brian. But beautiful exchanges on the ground. Great defense from Gitinov to escape the submission attempts. But the chain after chain after chain submissions from Pereira, just lethal.
Potential damage to Gitinov's arm there. Pereira great with the guard. He set up those triangle attempts beautifully with the wrist control, transitioning to the arm bars. Here on the inside, Gitinov great with the left hook, getting the takedown, but then it was Pereira showing his guard skills. Elbows from the top as well, doing a lot of damage potentially to that elbow of Gitinov. Gonna be hard for him to strike at all. Hard for him to use that arm for takedowns as well, Achilles.
No, he's gonna check your arm.
The doctor now checking the safety of the athlete. Because that was a very deep triangle and armbar that Pereira had on the end of round one. It was very deep. Any normal circumstances, any normal human being would have tapped. But the doctor does not seem Gitinov fit to continue. Almost most definitely suffering some kind of breakage there, or muscle or ligament tear. That is the first thing that goes when you're in that armbar position. The ligaments tear, the muscles tear, and eventually the bone breaks. Excellent performance from Pereira, securing his victory and his debut here on One Friday Fights.
Gitinov incredibly tough, perhaps too tough for his own good. Pereira told us he wanted to keep it standing, let his hands go, but he fell back on his BJJ skills. Great skills those are. Active guard, wrist control. Let's take another look. Getting great extension on the arm here, looking for the armbar. Gitinov continuing to fight, looking to pass, escape, but winding up in the armbar again. Here, we saw the damage, just the grimace on Gitinov's face. Incredible pain, incredible toughness as well on display. Pereira with a fantastic skill set.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 minutes in the first round, your referee has called a stop to this contest. Your winner, by way of armbar, Jean Carlos Pereira!
Jean Carlos Pereira successful in his One Friday Fights debut, winning by armbar from the triangle position. Seemed to be a verbal tap as Gitinov was screaming in pain, still trying to defend, but the skills of the Brazilian.
Chuyển động cùng Võ Việt.